Assalamu alaikum people. I just wanted to point out two things related to the whole Asif Bano cases and every other case that's happening in India. We all are well aware of what happened to that poor girl. She was 8 years old and she's gang raped and she's killed, and all the other details are out there on the internet and on news channels and everywhere. You can find them there. What I wanted to put out, what I wanted to state is that to those people who keep telling that we do not need to bring in a specific religion, or we do not need to tag a specific religion at that, in this case Muslims, we do not need to bring the name of a Muslim, or we do not need to call the girl a Muslim girl. We just need to say that she's just another girl, or she's just a girl, or she's just a human. Need to know that what happened, especially in Asif Bano's case, is that she was gang raped and she was killed and she was drugged and she was starved because she was a Muslim. Okay, the criminals or the community, the Hindu community or the RSS, BJP ruling community over there, they had a specific agenda, and that was to instill fear in the Muslim community, and that is why they did this. And they have said it from their they have said it with their own mouth. So we have got to accept that Muslim women was the target there. And yes, in India today, being part of a minority means that you have no hope, because you are targeted. You are, if you're a Dalit, if you're a Muslim, if you're a transgender, if you're a woman, you are targeted because you belong to the minority. And that is not something that the fascist goons want to live with today. They cannot tolerate minor groups in their country, and in our country, not their country, in our country, and that is what they're doing. So when we try to ignore the fact that there was religion included in this, or there was a specific community included in this, we are trying to fool ourselves, and that is not right. Okay, now another thing is that social media, like whenever there are some situations, whenever there are some kind of issues coming up, there's always lots of posts, there's always lots of photographs, there's videos, there's hashtags, there's trending stuff and everything, and then it dies for after 2 weeks it dies. But one thing I've noticed is that, especially when such things happen to Muslims or Hindu, like when there's a religion included, there's a group of people that they're absolutely ready to post stuff like, let's blame God, where is God, what happened to God, why is the supreme power not looking into such stuff. Please, there's a difference between belief and there's a difference between believer. Okay, there is a difference between practicing a religion and there's a difference between religion. Okay, no religion directly asks, or directly or indirectly asks anyone, okay, not the believers, I'm not talking about the believers, like no religion directly or indirectly ask anyone to kill or brutally rape like this. Okay, that is not something that any religion in this world would ask for. So what a believer, or what someone calling themselves a believer does in the name of a religion, has nothing to do with the God or the religion as it is. Okay, so all those people trying to mislead the news or trying to twist what's happening right now need to understand that this has nothing to do with being part of this has nothing to do with a certain religion, or this has nothing to do with a certain God. Okay, this has something to do with being fascist. This has something to do with being what do I say, being not human. Okay, this has nothing to do with God. So don't just go on saying that, where are the gods, let's blame God, why is this God quiet? Okay, this happened in a temple. I agree, this happened in a temple, okay, but this was not done by some gods. Okay, this was done by some people who claim to be believers of certain religion, and trust me, they are not. They did not follow. I'm pretty much sure that Hinduism does not ask you to rape an 8-year-old in a temple and then kill her and make sure she's dead with stones. and then leave her in a forest. Okay, that's not something that Hinduism would ask. That's not something what Islam asks or Christianity asks. That's not what any religion asks, but this is what people do. And these people, they belong to a fascist agenda that is smoothly and very clearly working right now in India. So we can't just blind ourselves by saying that we do not have to bring in any religion, or just mislead certain news by telling that this is all like blaming everything on God. Because in India at present, what we see is a fascist agenda, and we know, starting from our prime ministers to the people following him, all the shitty thing they're doing right now in our country. And so we have to be clear about what we look at, okay, about what we see and how we see it, how we see certain cases, how we deal with them, how we talk about them. We need to be clear about that stuff. Okay, so that's it. I am numb at this moment, but I needed to make this point because I've seen lately a lot of stories and a lot of posts regarding these two things, and I just needed people to know that we have to clear ourselves, okay? We are being blinded every single day, and even I am falling victim to certain things on a daily basis, and we're not realizing it, so we need to realize it. That's it. Assalamu alaikum.